Also guys, welcome to the Babayeva Dissonance Escalation that's taking place in Isle of Sgail. My name is Mr. Freeze2244. This is all 3 levels, done Silent Assassin. So let's pretty much get into it. We've got 2 targets, both of them we've got to kill with an explosion. And this is the equipment we're going to start with. We're going to start in the reception area, bring along the lockpick, coin, and we're going to use the Krugermeyer, but you can use a silver baller if you want to in a different situation, which I'll show you. So from the very start, what we need to do is actually get a propane tank, and we can't get on stage with the propane tank unless we have the entertainer's disguise. So you'll find the entertainer's disguise in this little room here. Get familiar with this room because we are going to use it throughout all 3 levels. And yeah, but unfortunately I can't find another way to get back on that stage unless you're wearing a guard's outfit, I believe. But unfortunately the waiter can't get on the stage. But the propane tank is going to be just above you, so we need to climb up this pipe over here. And just in front of you on the floor will be 2 propane tanks. We only need 1 of them for this. If you have brought along the silver baller or any other pistol apart from the Krugermeyer, then you'll have to shoot the propane tank from up here. So just keep that in mind if you are bringing along a different pistol other than the Krugermeyer. So what we actually did there was we stood to the side and then we just dropped it and it fell to the ground at the bottom. But you can just throw it, it doesn't really matter. But ultimately we need to get down the bottom of the pipe with this propane tank. But now we've got this correct disguise, we can go on stage with this. And what we're actually going to do is just place it right in between them. And then we're going to explode it, and it will be a double accident kill. So we just place it on the floor. L1 and R1 if you're on PS4 to place it, to push triangle. And if you're on Xbox, it's LB and RB. Again, I'm not completely sure what it is on PC. But yeah, I'm sure you know how to do it. From here, with the Krugermeyer, we're going to go ahead and just shoot it real quickly without getting spotted. And that's a double accident kill right there. We can head straight to the exit for the Silent Assassin rating. Again, if you're not too confident with that shot, just climb back up the pipe again and shoot from up there. It's a very easy shot from up there, and especially if you're using a silver baller or any other pistol apart from the Krugermeyer. But ultimately, once we go to the exit here, we will get the Silent Assassin for level 1. And once we get the confirmation, we'll move on to level 2, which it starts to escalate quite a lot, especially at level 3 when it's highly inconvenient level 3, but we'll get there once we do. But that is ultimately how you get the Silent Assassin for level 1. So let's move on to level 2. So we have an additional target for level 2, and we have to take her out with a pistol. And once we shoot an NPC, we cannot miss the shot. We have to make sure it hits the head and takes her out, because if we hit a body shot or something like that, it will fail the contract. So we're going to take her out first. So we can pass straight through this area with this disguise on because we're a member of staff, so we're allowed up here. We are going to need to get through this door, so we're going to use the lockpick on this door. Just watch out for the 2 wedges to your left. If you're worried about them, just go ahead and throw a coin to your left and then lockpick the door. We're going to circle all the way around this area over here. Once you climb up on the rocks, make sure you are aware that you are trespassing now, as soon as you climb up here. But we're going to wait for those guards to turn around over to your left, and then you should have free roam to go and take her out. Shoot her in the head, and just leave her on these bushes here, or just kick her off the ledge. Once you've taken her out now, we can go ahead and proceed to do what we did in the previous level, which is not all that hard. So we're just going to retrace our steps and head towards that propane tank and pretty much do the same thing as we did previously. It's level 3 where things get a little more difficult. And they reintroduce a thing that I'm not a big fan of, but we'll get there. So I could have taken out a guard really and used that disguise for this. However, I just want to stick to a format that works. So I'm going to use the lockpick on this door again and grab the entertainer's disguise. One thing I don't like about this outfit is because everything goes black and white, and I feel I don't like it. I don't like the black and white effect. I get why, because you know you're blindfolded and stuff like that, but it's kind of bothersome to the eyes. But we're going to do the same thing as we did previously. Climb the pipe, grab the propane tank, just throw it to the ground, slide down the bottom, then head to the stage area. Put the propane tank on the stage and we'll go ahead and shoot it and take it out. So yeah, you don't have to do what I do there, where I just stand there to the side and drop it, because you can just literally throw it to the ground. As long as you don't throw it off. I mean, I'd even tried shooting it here to try and prepare it for one shot, but as soon as you pick it up, it resets. It's kind of strange how the physics work on that, but yeah. What I also think as well, I think they've increased the accident kill ratio of this propane tank. It used to knock people out unless you're right next to the propane tank, so I think they've increased the range now. So I think it's always lethal. Don't quote me on it, because I'm not 100% sure on that, but it seems to me that's the case. But we're going to put the propane tank in the middle again. Krugermeyer, shoot the propane tank. Make sure no one's looking at you, but you need to do this quite quickly. 2 shots is going to do it. Missed that one. There we go. So that's again another double accident kill. So we can head straight to the exit and we'll get the silent assassin. Again, if you're not confident with that shot, just climb back up the pipe and shoot it from up there. You don't even no risk of getting shot or caught there once you're up there. Because if you haven't got a Krugermeyer, they will hear your shots. So now we've got confirmation of the silent assassin. We can move on to level 3, and like I said, this is where things start getting escalated. So for level 3 we have an additional target, and he's going to be upstairs on the 4th or 5th floor, and he's going to be surrounded by NPCs, and we have an elimination streak which is introduced with this. We went with the same loadout, however we are definitely bringing on the silver border this time. But the elimination streak, if you don't know what that is, once you take one target out, you have 60 seconds to take out the next target, then all the way up until the end of the until you've taken out the final target. So you've got 60 seconds between each target to take one out, which is I really don't like. I don't like being forced to rush through things. But I mean, even though this final level is quite a long one, it's probably the longest level 3 I've ever done on an escalation before. First things first, we're going to take out the evidence. So we're just going to go over here and shoot out the evidence. So we're going to take out the cameras. We're going to need this propane tank, so we're just going to drop it to the ground again. Slide all the way down the pipe, and we're going to grab the entertainer's disguise. So yeah, I'm pretty sure if you have the breach charge and you have a tranquilizer pistol, you can get through this a lot quicker. Especially level 4, where we're about to do. It is definitely going to be a lot faster if you have a tranquilizer and a breach charge. If you have a breach charge, you can just plant this right next to the propane tank, and you won't even have to worry about shooting it later on. But I'm going to try and do this on the assumption that you don't have it. So that's how I usually do escalations and stuff like that. So we're going to again place the propane tank there. We'll take that out last.
Hello, sir.
And we are actually going to go grab that waiter's disguise again, because we need to get through the staff only area. This isn't the final disguise we're going to put on. We're going to put on the elite disguise at the end, and that's going to help us get through all the areas at the end. So we can just pass straight through here. Head right on upstairs. Again, use the lockpick or the key if you picked it up. Again, if they're noticing you, then just throw the coin to the left, and make sure you don't get spotted there. You can go ahead and feel free to lockpick that door without getting spotted. This guard, he loves to head turn. Now, I don't know what they've done, but I think in a recent patch, they have introduced head turning. Look, he wasn't even looking in my direction. Now he is, yeah. But he wasn't even looking in my direction earlier, and he almost spotted me. Now, I don't know what they've done, but it seems like they've reintroduced head turning as a thing. I'm really not a fan of that. I just wish they'd just turn that down, because it's so annoying when you're trying to do a route, and it makes everything so inconsistent. The head turning in this game is definitely the worst thing about this game, in my opinion. I hate it. Climbing up this pipe, you won't get spotted, so just try not to worry about those guards over there. Of all the practice runs I didn't get spotted once. So even though that suspicious bar is going up, I didn't get spotted once there. We're going to drop our pistol just about here, and we're going to throw a coin in this area to distract an NPC so he can see that coin and tell the guard, and then we're going to take out the guard. We need to grab his disguise. There's 2 guards in this room and 2 NPCs along with our target, so we need to clear this room out if we want to get out the target himself. So the idea is the NPC is going to see the gun right there. She or he is going to go and tell the guard, him right there. We're going to wait for him to go and investigate and for the other door to close, and then we're going to go ahead and take him out, grab his disguise, and then we'll take out the other guard. And then we'll proceed to move on to the other 2 NPCs remaining in the room. So subdue him, grab his guns that he drops, drag him in the little area that we just was. Make sure his feet isn't in the way of the door or anything. Go ahead and put on his disguise. Now once we go back in the room, we're going to go over to this area over here. And we're going to throw a coin on the floor next to the door. Grab this cigar box that's on the side table. We are going to use that as a knockout weapon for the target. And we're going to go ahead and take out this guard as well. Shut the door. Just make sure no one sees you. I'm just going to drag him behind here and leave his body here. You don't need to move him or anything. Once we go back in the room, we're going to go ahead and drop a weapon in front of one of the NPCs, and one of them will go away to tell a guard downstairs. And now you'll only have minimal amount of time to actually get all this done after this. So once he starts walking away, it's random which one it is, but it doesn't matter at the end of the day. That's just, once he starts walking away, we're going to go ahead and take out the other person. Make sure you do this quite quickly, and then we're going to drag her body over to this area, to this window over here, and dump her through the window. Once you've done that, quickly run up to the target and throw the cigar box at the back of his head, and then drag his body through the window as well. Again, this may seem like quite messy, but this is because I'm not using the tranquilizer or the or anything like that. If we had the tranquilizer pistol, we could have done this a lot easier. But we have plenty of time. We got a probably spare 5 to 10 seconds here. We are going to wait here for the minimap. See the minimap, the darker dot? I'm going to wait for her to go through the room, and then we're going to shoot the target in the head. Now you have 1 minute. So all we're going to do from this point is just jump out the window and slide all the way down the pipe, and we're going to head to the harpist. That's at the funeral area. One person you do need to watch out though is that guy up there. He can see you take out the target, so just watch out for him. So we're just going to wait for him to actually move away. We've got 30 seconds here, so you don't need to worry too much. So we'll just wait for him to go away. There he is. Guards are there to the left, they've got their backs to us, so we can go ahead and shoot her in the back of the head. Put her in the bushes here, and then we can just leave her here. Now we've got just under a minute to take out our final targets. I suppose we could shoot the gas canister from up here, then just exit to the left. I didn't try it, but you should probably give it a go if you want to save some time. You could probably try and shoot it from here as well, but I really didn't want to get spotted by this guard there at this point in time. So we're just going to pass through this room here. And then we're going to shoot from up here. It's nice and safe from up here. So a couple of bullets. I'll take out both targets. I'm going to head straight to the exit over here. And that is your silent assassin for level 3 pretty much. Again, it's probably the longest level 3 of a escalation I've ever done, really, in Hitman 2 anyway, for sure. But yeah, that level 3 really got me thinking on how to do all that stuff, because it seemed a bit of a nightmare, that room with 5 people in it. So yeah, overall, I'm not a big fan of the escalation. That's mainly probably because due to the map. I'm not a big fan of the map, but you let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments. I'm really interested to know what your thoughts are. And that is going to do it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Feel free to drop a like on this video and subscribe if you are brand new to the channel. If you've missed any escalations that I've covered so far, there will be a drop link at the end of the video. and there'll be a link in the description of the full playlist of escalations that I've covered so far as well. Consider supporting me on Patreon or even becoming a member of the channel by clicking the join button below or the link in the description, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Cheers.